So for this video, we'll talk about creating the function that draw the rectangle of y is at w and height is at h, center on the origin. We make the total starting at the origin is kill the random word n times. Also, each time the total leave or entering the rectangle, now this should like print out the number of times leaving and number of times entering. Also, when the random word is done, there should be a final statement summarizing the total number of times the total left and enter the rectangle. And also at that time, the total is outside or inside the rectangle. So here's a code I make for this extra credit. So I import max, random, and total, and then write the code to make the totals here. To draw the rectangle, first of all, I move t to like negative w over 2 and negative h over 2, and here's the code. And then start to draw the rectangle. Is here the use the for loop and move back to the origin to the center and start to draw the line, the random walk. So with that one, because like you want like draw the line with like a color arrow head. So for that one, I will get like I use another definition to draw the arrow at the top of the line, and that one is a code. It's here, and then next one. The definition count the rectangle in out is the I will first of all I draw the rectangle first with a position x and the x and y is a position now is like 0 and 0 and because I have two value leaving rectangle and entering rectangle, so I will got to separate counter, like one is leaving, one is entering, now is 0. And because that's when we repeat n times, so I use the for loop. And inside the for loop, I use if this one here, the ABS of x smaller than w over 2 and the ABS of y smaller than h over 2, this means they are now inside the rectangle. I will start to draw the lines, and with the top, that's another color of the arrow. So first of all, I choose the color green for the line with the angle turn left is like a random 0 to like 359. And after I'm done with this one here, I will start to draw the top. The arrow is another color, so I got another colors here. I choose the red. And after that one, I will got another x and y. It's a position now at that time. Is the position of t at that times. So if you want to know that one is now, because now that one is inside the rectangle. If you want to know that one is leaving the rectangle, so here's a code that you can know. They will let you know like the total now is the total is leaving the rectangle or not. So if the ABX here is a larger or equal W over 2, or the ABS of Y is larger or equal H over 2. And now this one are leaving the rectangle. So the step we counter the leaving is equal 1, and also print out the number of time living rectangle. And else for another one, else like and now the total is now is outside the rectangle, and just keep draw another line with the top as another color of arrows. I got the same things here, which x and y is another position of t. And so if you want to know this one entering, so it should be the ABS of x smaller or equal w over 2, and the ABS of y smaller and equal x over 2. The step counter will count the entering plus equal 1, and also print out the time by entering the rectangle. After that, after they repeat n times, I will print out the total number leaving and entering the rectangle. And so and also they want to know like that one is outside or inside the rectangle. First of all, you got if the ABX is larger than W over 2, or the ABX of Y is larger than X over 2, and they will print out the total now is outside the rectangle. And for else, another thing, the total is now inside the rectangle. So here's the code that I wrote for the extra credit, and let's try to run it. And you can see this one here. Here, each time this one entering and leaving the rectangle, this one will count the number. This one entering and leaving the rectangle with like the top is another color, and the light is a green one. The top is like a red one. So after repeat 125 times, they count the total number of times leaving rectangle was 14 and entering rectangle was 13, and now the total is outside the rectangle.